So now what we're going to do is turn it over to Ron with some closing thoughts, and we're going to take some questions, and we're going to give away some stuff. So, Ron?
Right. Hey, we've got a couple of questions. We're really running out of time, so we're going to have to answer most of them online. But first of all, somebody wants to know if the faders aren't motorized, what happens to them when a fader is moved on the iPad?
Wanted to know about fader recall, so I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of questions now. All of the faders are completely recallable on the StudioLive, and the way that we've handled this is in the scene menu, you can decide whether or not you want to actually recall the fader position. So let's say I wanted to recall the fader position. Right here in the menu, you just make sure that the fader recall is on, and you hit yes. Now, when I hit recall, watch what happens. Now, the LEDs right here in the center are actually showing me, basically, if my fader position is above or below that recall point. So all I have to do is move the faders to the null position and basically allowing me. Now, once you have, it's just like a guitar tuner. If I go too far, it'll be above. If I go below the null position, it'll be below. And I just push the faders up to the null position. And once I go all the way across, it takes 20, 30 seconds to do. And now I've got that, basically, that scene recalled, and all of the faders are recalled. The master fader and the subgroup faders are also recalled in the same way. So it's very, very easy. Okay, we'll take another question here. Let's see.
Okay.
Is the computer software Windows only, or does it work on Macs as well? All of our software is Mac and PC compatible. A lot of people ask about, with regards to iPads and iPhones and why we don't support Droid, Android. The main reason for that is that, if you are on a PC, you do have to, computer-wise, you have to have a compatible FireWire card, and there's a list of those that's available from our website. But the reason that we currently only support the iOS devices is because there's only a limited number of screen sizes, whereas on the Droid platform, there's 500 different Droid screen sizes by all kinds of manufacturers. So, in order for us to be able to put out product for our customers to be able to have number one, free, and then number two, very quickly, because again, there's constant new updates. Apple just came out with, version 6 software, and all of our apps had to be updated. And, because we're only dealing with a few screen sizes, we're able to do this very quickly. So that's the reason. Okay, let's talk about chaining. Somebody had asked about how many mixers, and that's probably one of the coolest things about the StudioLive mixer is that it's an expandable system. Now, the 16-channel 1642, which is the little brother to this. It's kind of the middle child. It's got 16 analog inputs, mic pre's. You can slave 2 of those together and be able to use the computer and iOS devices and all that stuff, so you can actually record and mix 32 channels. On the 24-channel StudioLive, right now the max is 24 channels with computer integration, but if you're just looking for a digital mixer to mix with, you can chain 2 of these together and have 48 channels across one surface. We even have basically the side panel on this mixer comes off, and we have a transition piece that fits them together. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Brandon Heath. He's a Christian artist. They just took 2 StudioLive 24s out on their last tour, daisy chaining them together for a 48-channel solution. It works really, really well in that application. Now, the bummer is you're not able to record because you've exceeded the bandwidth of FireWire. However, it works as a 48-channel solution. And then the 1602, which is our smallest mixer, it doesn't chain. It's not expandable. It basically was designed for very, very small applications, and the chipset that's in it doesn't chain. So one 1602 by itself, either 2 1642s can be chained with computer, or 4 can be chained without computer. And then on the StudioLive 24, you can have 1 with recording and mixing, and then you can have up to 2 for just mixing. Okay. Probably have time for maybe one more, and then we'll... And by the way, I guess Ron had already said this. Every question that you guys have will be answered by CCI and PreSonus, and we really, really appreciate everything. All PreSonus apps can be run simultaneously on one computer connected to your StudioLive. The answer is yes. All of the... actually, I had VSL running, and I had Capture, and I had Studio One running, and I was... going out of this computer wirelessly, connected to a router and sending out Wi-Fi using the router. And so, it's pretty amazing what this whole system can do. So now I'm going to go ahead and send it back to Ron. And thank you guys for watching.
All right, Rick, Justin, fabulous job. Love the demonstration, bringing in the band. Everything's fabulous. The virtual sound check, smart, everything you demonstrated. You know what? All of you that want a StudioLive, you can do everything that they just demonstrated at Ren Community Church with the StudioLive mixer and the 6 free software packages that come with it. CCI Solutions specializes in working with churches from do-it-yourself sound systems, lighting systems, video systems, all the way up to the largest worship space transformations that you can imagine with draping and lighting and everything. We just did a fantastic installation down at New Venture Church in Oceanside, California, $1 million project with immersive video, immersive lighting. It's incredible, and we'll be posting more information about that on our website, so you can take a look at some of the latest state-of-the-art stuff that's going on in worship centers now. So thanks to all of you that tuned in. Thanks for Rick and Justin and all the crew at PreSonus down in Baton Rouge and to Ring Community Church. We appreciate it very much, and give us a call if you have any questions at all. Goodbye from Olympia and Baton Rouge.